Dear students, welcome to my channel Kannada to English Bridge. In this video, we are going through an important topic which is therefore become third semester students. The play Pygmalion, which is written by world famous playwright George Bernard Shaw. We shall directly go to act number 4 after the ambassador's party. The entire act takes place in Professor Higgins' laboratory, the living room at his home in Wimpole Street. Eliza has successfully passed as a high-born lady the ambassador's party. Main characters found in the scene are Professor Henry Higgins, the phonetics expert, brilliant but thoughtless and arrogant. Colonel Pickering, kind and considerate, though he often follows Higgins' lead. Eliza Doolittle, now completely transformed in appearance and speech, but deeply hurt and confused. The act opens with Higgins and Pickering returning home, tired but very happy. They are discussing the great success of the experiment. Eliza has spoken beautifully and fooled everyone into believing she is a real duchess. They talk about it as if it were a scientific victory, not realizing that Eliza's feelings are being ignored. Eliza enters the room quietly. Higgins and Pickering are celebrating, talking about how exhausted they are and making jokes about the evening. Neither of them congratulates Eliza or thanks her for her effort. They speak as if Eliza were not even present, treating her like an object that helped them win a bet. Eliza sits silently, feeling lonely, unappreciated, and used. When Higgins asks for his slippers, Eliza obediently fetches them. But when he carelessly says, "Thank you," without looking at her, she snaps emotionally. She throws the slippers at him, crying in anger and pain. This becomes a powerful emotional outburst. Eliza, realizing that she is no longer a flower girl, but she is not respected as a lady either. She says bitterly that now that the experiment is over, she has no place in the world. She cannot go back to selling flowers on the street because she has changed too much. Yet she can't live with Higgins and Pickering as a servant or companion either. Eliza feels she has lost her independence and dignity, even though she has gained refinement. Higgins is confused and angry. He does not understand why Eliza is upset. To him, the entire thing was just a bet or a game. She cannot see that Eliza has developed emotions, pride, and a sense of self-respect. His arrogance and lack of empathy hurt her deeply. Eliza decides that she will not stay with Higgins anymore. She will leave and start her own life. She gives back the jewelry and gifts he had given her, refusing to be dependent on him. She says she will marry Freddie Hill, who treats her kindly. Higgins laughs at the idea, mocking Freddie and calling Eliza foolish. But Eliza is firm in her decision. Eliza leaves Higgins' house, determined to find her own path. The act ends with Higgins realizing that Eliza is no longer a timid flower girl he once knew. She has become strong and independent. This act shows Eliza's emotional transformation, more important than her change in speech. Important points to be considered in this act are: this act shows the conflict between intellect and emotion. Higgins wins his experiment but loses Eliza's trust and affection. Eliza becomes aware of her own dignity and womanhood. George Bernard Shaw uses this act to criticize how society treats people as tools or objects rather than individuals with feelings. So students, I hope You have understood the summary of act very well. Try to write the same thing in a summarized way in your own words and sentences. Thank you very much.